Welcome, everyone, to Jerry World, AT&T Stadium and the home of the Southwest Classic, and fans have been filling this place up for the past few hours, wrapping up the tailgates and fired up for what ought to be a sensational clash. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Razorbacks offense will get the first crack at it here. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Leaves it with the back. Bringing the heat. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. 2nd down now after the sack. Looking to pass. It's Glagway coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollard.
Yeah, it's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Absolute shank. Missed it. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. That 43-yard field goal attempt was well within his range, but he misfired, and they'll turn the ball over. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 26. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Finds his big tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. Looking for a crease. It's Owens. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On 3rd down, going up top. Lets it fly deep downfield. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Looking for a productive play on first down. Leaves it with the running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
And I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
Coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they'd love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They've made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference, David.
Yeah, and now they got to put it together, right? And this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity within the league of all the coaches, and so this is really hard for them. But I'm interested to see what they can do and to see if they can bounce back.
Finds his tight end. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback checking off. He'll just keep slinging it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And it's no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Fires to the tight end. Makes the catch and knocked down. Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. To throw, it's Wegman. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Big third down there for the quarterback, and he knew where his best chance was at getting that first. He found the curl route, made an accurate throw, and as a result, the offense stays on the field.
Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Makes the catch. It's Owens. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Gets it out fast. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Aggies are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. Wide out in motion. He's looking to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. They're bringing heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Line gets set, first down. Now they'll run it to the right here. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Looking for a man. It's Lagway. He's got his man. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Little touch pass to the receiver. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why the offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stopped him short of the marker. They're going to go for it with a couple of good options here. Get it to the 1, you get the first down. Get it farther, you get the touchdown. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
The run to the right. Works his way for 3 and gets him out to the 5-yard line.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Now 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. With the catch, it's Allen. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. He knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Caught in the backfield. It's Thomas. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They're going to throw it again. Makes the grab. It's Allen. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant session.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Tosses it incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Anthony. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David. Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender. Unloads to the right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Finds a tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's going to run it. Those defenses were smelling blood, and the quarterback got down. Smart move. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. He wants to throw. Dances away from the heat. He'll pull it down and run. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Wegman. Got it set up on the outside. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On second down, just keeps firing. Caught near the sticks, it's Thomas. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. He saw man coverage, and the idea, just get it to my receiver as quickly as I can and let him work, David.
See man and see the cushion and see the guy backed up a little bit. Now I know I can get it to him right now and get a positive gain.
Caught on the outside, it's Thomas. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Texas A&M will snap it in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Using the quick game. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. On fourth down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Razorbacks will kick it away to start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field. Having those go-to guys, those A&M offenses were always fun to watch.
Tackle was made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Splits the uprights. It's good. And they've regained the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anthony. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 15. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They'll throw it from the red zone. Caught over the middle. It's Green. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. The corners are walked up tight. A first down run in the red zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have the nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line.
Touchdown, Aggies! And that one will give them the lead.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
On the option. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion and pushes the lead to 3. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Anthony. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the Razorbacks get the first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, had on a...
He wants to take the top off. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the offense trying to hit the dagger route. You see the receiver, he went down the field, stretched it, made it look like it was going to be a go, put his foot in the ground, try to cut to the inside. They're just not able to be on the same page there.
Pressure coming. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line. and say, you taste dirt.
Gonna let it fly. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. Looking for a block. It's Moss. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Might as well give it to him again. Open space at the 25. All by himself down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold...
Can anyone catch him? Inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Arkansas. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Smashes through. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. They want to run it left here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. Just weren't able to come down with that one.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Offense set on first down. They go to the ground. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Second down coming up. With jet sweep pass. Oh, better look out! And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
They'll go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Flagway. Got the back over the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Sategna. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Lining up from the 34 on first down. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Finds the tight end. Stopped after making the catch.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
The best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Looking for space. It's Moss. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They've been running it, but now the pass. Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Trying to get to it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. On the move, it's Anthony. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Maybe they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They're going to ride this running back. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
They'll try the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Using his legs, it's Green. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Smashes it between the uprights. And with just over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
Well, the offense and special teams did their job, right? Here late in the 4th quarter, they put themselves now in position to win this game. It all comes down to the defense. Can they deliver? If they get the stop, they win this game.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games.
Oh, look out front! And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Wegman. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Touchdown, Aggies! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to move them on the counter. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll throw it on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Blasted as he lets it go. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the